In this video, I'll share with you the most reliable sales formula used in business today. And I'm going to break down the 3 areas with examples so you can use it directly in your business right now to sell more and to grow more revenue and more predictably. Hi, my name is Jan Rangrud. I'm the founder of chaosmap.com, where we, for the last 15 years or so, have helped coaches, consultants, and experts get more high-ticket sales from quality booked sales calls. If you're brand new, welcome. If you've been around, hey, thank you for coming back. Here we go. So most business owners think selling is about persuasion. Well, it's actually not. Selling is about alignment. It's aligning your message with a problem the prospect already feels. That's why most reliable sales formula ever created isn't clever. It's not flashy or new, but it is simple. It's problem, agitate, solve. We call this PAS. If you're a copywriter, you know this well. And if you understand where this comes from and why it works, you'll never look at marketing the same way again. Guys, this is exciting. Okay, here we go. This formula, where did it come from? Well, not social media. It didn't come from funnels. And it certainly did not come from branding. It comes from something called direct response marketing, where results were measured in sales, not likes, not awareness, and not vibes, right? So popular guys back in the days like Claude Hopkins, he used it. John Caples used it. Eugene Schwartz, he built the entire philosophy around his breakthrough advertising book on this exact model. And Dan Kennedy, loved that guy, has taught it for decades as the backbone, essentially, of persuasion. It's the backbone, though. So PAS is not a copywriting trick. It's more of a psychological sequence. And here's the rule Dan teaches. People do not buy solutions, but what they do buy is relief from problems they're already experiencing. And the stronger the problem feels, the faster they move. And that is truly where PAS comes in. So while we're here, let's break it down on how this actually works. Are you ready? All right. So first, the problem. This is where almost all amateurs fail. The problem is not your product. It's not what you do, and is not what you're proud of, right? The problem is the frustration, the fear, the loss or pain that the prospect already recognizes. For example, it's not we offer business coaching, but you're working harder than ever, but revenue still feels unpredictable. You can see how that's different. That's a problem they recognize immediately. So it's not blandware here. This is very specific and it's emotionally driven. Second, agitate. This is the step polite marketers skip, and the step that actually makes selling work. Agitation and amplification here means intensity awareness of the problem. You're intensifying it. You don't invent pain. You don't exaggerate. You simply force the prospect to confront the sequence, or the consequence, I should say, of not solving it. And Dan Kennedy here, he puts it bluntly. If the problem doesn't hurt, they won't move. What a great quote. So you ask, okay, what is it costing them? What happens if this continues? And what are they sacrificing by tolerating it? And using the same example, if revenue stays unpredictable, you hesitate to hire, delay investments, second guess decisions, and carry stress home every night. Now that problem has weight. So as you get into this and this detail, you'll notice that the third point here takes it home, and that is solve. Only now do you introduce the solution. And here's the critical distinction most people miss. The solution is not your features. It's not your process. It's not your credentials. The solution is relief. For example, that's exactly why we built a system that creates predictable revenue. So growth stops feeling like a gamble. Now you can see the solution feels earned, right? So this sequence mirrors how human beings actually make decisions. First, it's awareness, then it's emotional pressure, and then relief. That's why PAS works in sales letters, it works in ads, emails, webinars, videos, books, talks, and sales conversations. Anywhere persuasion is required through the PAS model. So, with that said, let's get into some examples here. These are really clean business examples. So let's say for marketing services. Bad marketing says, we help businesses grow with better ads. PAS marketing says, you're spending money on marketing, but your results feel random. That uncertainty makes it impossible to scale confidently. Well, we turn scattered campaigns into a predictable acquisition system. So you can hear the difference and the change in emotional pull there. Consulting is another example. Bad messaging says, I help leaders optimize performance. Wow. PAS messaging says, you're a successful entrepreneur, but constantly dealing with operating under pressure. That pressure only erodes focus, health, and decision quality. This work is designed to restore control, not add more effort. You can see how that works. So another one is in software. Bad messaging says, our platform streamlines operations. PAS messaging says, your team is busy, but progress feels slow. That inefficiency compounds into missed opportunities and burnout. This platform removes friction so execution finally matches effort. Wow, sounds vastly different. And if you notice something important here, this is a distinction. PAS does not actually hype, it clarifies. It doesn't convince people to want something new. It helps them admit what they already want to stop experiencing. That's why PAS in that model is a thinking discipline, not a copywriting discipline, even though we talk about the PAS copywriting model. So if you cannot articulate the problem, you can't sell it. And if you're afraid to agitate, you won't be able to create urgency. And if you jump to the solution too early, you'll sound like, well, frankly, everybody else. So this is all why the PAS model is the foundation of storytelling. Every great story ever told, if you think about it, follows this arc. There's a problem, it gets worse, a resolution appears. That's no coincidence. It's simply human psychology. So, here's the takeaway. Anytime your marketing isn't converting, ask yourself the 3 questions. Have I clearly stated a problem that my prospect already feels? Have I made the cost of inaction emotionally real? And finally, have I positioned my solution as relief, not a pitch? If you got those 3 right, you're on your way to PAS modeling. So if the answer is any of those is a distinct no, then PAS is broken. Fix that and selling gets dramatically easier. And as I said, this has worked for over a century, and it will work long after whatever tactic is trending right now disappears, because human behavior, well, while we might all be odd and weird, it doesn't change. So, in summary, problem, agitate, solve, PAS. That's the model you need to go for. Master this, and you'll understand why some marketing works and most doesn't. I enjoy making these videos for you. I hope you enjoy my channel. Hit a like or a subscribe. I'd love to do more of these for you. And give a comment if you'd like. My name is Jan. Welcome back if you have been here before. If you're brand new, welcome to you as well. And have a great evening, day, or night.